you're watching this video, you either have already rented or you're considering renting. Big Buddy right behind me. This is a 2014 Winnebago View 24J. This is a Class C that can easily sleep 6, super comfortable to drive. Mercedes Sprinter chassis, really capable, super reliable engine. We've done everything we can to make sure that this is as easy and as cool of an adventure as possible for you. And so with that, I want to give you a little bit of a tour of Buddy, talk you through how to use each of its features and make it a little bit easier for you to just get out there and adventure on your own. You put the slide out, I'm in park and the parking brake is locked, and I hold this to out. And mind you, the master control switch is on right there. And you can see that entire wall moves out, giving us a ton of extra space. And you can see now we have nice floor space to use. To bring the slide in, first off, this needs to be in park and the parking brake needs to be locked. And then from there, this master slide switch needs to be on. I leave the key in there and then I click slide in. And you'll see this wall is coming straight at us and it's moving. So make sure that the floor is nice and clear. We don't have any dogs or family members in the way. And then let go once it gets all the way crunched in. And you can see this is still pretty livable, but obviously if you're at a place where you're parked and you can let this out, it's much nicer with the slide out. Now to switch this from a dinette to a bed isn't too tricky at all, but it does take a couple steps that might not be obvious. So first off, take these guys out of your way. I usually throw them up in the cab over just for a second. You need to flip these up first. They need to be completely out of the way. Then after that, you can just tip this up a little bit as the quarter turns to the left and that pillar drops down. Then you can drop this down and it sits right on these little pedestals. Drop this guy down and then from there, take your backs and squeeze them in the center. And if your seatbelts are still popping out, just grab the seatbelt, roll it up, and tuck it in. And then you have a pretty good sized bed. So I'm 5'6", and I have plenty of room to lay down. I think if you were probably about 6 feet or so, this might be a little bit tricky. But otherwise, this is a great spot for an adult, 2 small adults, or a couple kids. Now switching it back from a bed to a dinette's not too hard, just do it in reverse. You set this thing up in place, and usually I just kind of try and figure out how to key it in real quick, and then there's a quarter turn to tighten. That just drops down and sets on it. And you're all set, ready to drive again.